Ah, great, we're already starting. Cool. I thought we were gonna start in a couple of seconds, or like minutes rather, at 18:05, but no, that's not the case. Apologies, guys. I had to take a small break and get myself a beverage. Need to go to the toilet, do all the things that are important. But here you go, we have the grand final, and I mean, a bit of anticlimactic way to end it, because I mean, Gwen, points-wise, has at least 250 points secured, and with that, he is up to 600 something points, even almost overtaking Grenadian. I don't think he will get last position in this match. I think he will run it for the first or second place, even though CarlJr has had a very good line in this corner and overtakes him. So Carl wins the first round, and let me quickly explain you the formats, because now it's a bit different. We play 5 maps, played within 5 rounds, so not 4 rounds this time around, and the point was 140. We have 3 winners in this competition when it comes to monetary value, so money. Yeah, first position wins 600 euros, second place wins 300, and third position wins 100 euro. And of course, the World Tour points are also on the line. Kind of important, I would say, maybe a little bit. It's really hard to say that, because of course your seeding will get better if you have more World Tour points for the event in 2 weeks, where it's the World Tour qualifier for the World Championship this year. And I mean, let's just see how that goes. As CarlJr, of course, got the best start out of it, is now in the leads with 10 points. That's also the point of repetition: 10, 6, 4, and 3 points for the respective positions. And then we have Lingo, who got third position, now in the lead, but CarlJr again with more speed, but it's a neck-and-neck fight between them here. 22,000 of a second. Gwen is so far behind, will not play a significant role. It's between CarlJr and Lingo. Lingo with a great line. Lingo rushing it and almost overtaking, just heavily, like, brutally flying into the ending and almost not making it. And Gwen with a DNF and will not get any points. The finish timeout also is very important. 10 seconds is not too much on those maps. Those are not a lot of points for Gwen after the first 2 rounds. 6 points in total. Right now last with only 1 second place. Gwen, I would say, more of the loose cannon here. Sometimes he plays absolutely out of his mind, and then some other rounds he might just not be finishing. That's just how Gwen plays. An incredibly risky driver, which usually pays off for him. Then we have CarlJr, just full of experience and is able to handle those situations with ease. And for me, he's also the favorite to win it. But of course, never count out Lingo, who wants to take revenge from the American qualifier, where CarlJr already secured his World Cup spot of this year in the final against, wait, don't let me lie, it was Lingo, Neil and Noisia, yeah. And I mean, they also got World Tour points there, so that's good. But of course, CarlJr qualified to the World Cup with that first position. So also a good time from CarlJr here, but it's 0.6 away from the world record. Keep that in mind on Overflow, but still need time, that's for sure. So here you go. Next round, round number 3. Round number 4, I mean. CarlJr with a complete dominance so far. 3 out of 3 round victories for him. He makes it the 4th one. Imagine making the perfect final. This would be only something the greatest of all time, CarlJr, could do. And eventually will do, but no, he makes a mistake. So he will not win this round. Who will it be, though? Razii also with a respawn. Lingo versus Gwen. Gwen is definitely in need of those 10 points. It gets a good ending. It's almost a tie, but no, Lingo crashed in there. I thought for a second it was a tie, but it was just a checkpoint not updating. And Gwen wins the round. 10 points, more than doubling his points, up to 3rd position with him. And Carl only with 4 points in this round. And let's go to round number 5 on Overflow. Gwen on first. Razii on second place right now. It's a good fight though. And Carl did not get the best landing here on the wood sector. Oh, and here, very aggressive inside landing from CarlJr. And we see a mistake here from Gwen, I think. Gwen having to respawn. No, actually not. He was able to get it through. So Gwen still somewhat in there. Only 1 second behind. And CarlJr continues where he stopped after round number 3, winning a round. Not a fast time here, 59.359. But still enough to win it, and that's important. One second, guys. Alright, I'm back. Super sorry. My girlfriend got a call and I picked up. Yeah. Did not want to ignore it. So here we are in the first round on Brutal. And right now, CarlJr is just absolutely dominating this match as we were expecting it and just wants to make it a nice Sunday, winning 600 euro. So this could be cool for him. It's always good to see CarlJr playing like this, but of course we have this risky lie on the map that Gwen and CarlJr have utilized. And Gwen not going for it, CarlJr failing it. Gwen went for it, I think it was during match number 1. And I'm not sure if Lingo went for it, but I mean Lingo could be a player who's very well capable of doing just that. And also Gwen overtaking Razii in the last second there. And Lingo wins the round. 103 is the winning time on Brutal. 103.942. World record is a 0.33 from, should I even say it, from CarlJr. There's one map which does not have a world record being held by CarlJr. And it is Adversary. It's from Lingo, but full Canadian world records, which is very cool to see. Back in the days when we also had Wally playing, we would have seen this more frequent. But we have a new shining star from Canada. It is Lingo, who does really well. Let's see what will happen here. Oh, Carl again going for the risky line, makes it through. And look how much that gains, 0.7 of a second. That is just insanely fast. And this was not the best start from CarlJr. Oh, will not get first position here. Goes for a two-wheeler instead, but still gets second place. So many mistakes are happening here. Gwen still able to finish, but only 3 points. So a bit of a wonky round from all the players here. And Razii is the lucky one. To win the rounds. Okay, next rounds on Brutal. Playing with 140 guys, so not 120. So the match will last a bit longer. Probably still around like 35 to 40 minutes, I suppose. Maybe a bit shorter, maybe a bit longer, but hence we play for 3 winners. It will last longer than that, because everyone has to reach 140 points before they can close it out, of course. Close and competitive rounds here, only 0.15 of a second. Let's go into the free camera, and then you can also see how much this line really gains you if you make it across. 3 players going for it, and Lingo fails it. Gwen versus CarlJr. Gwen also failed it, and you can just see how risky it is. CarlJr 1 second ahead. And what time will this be? He goes for the safe approach. Very smart decision. He was 1 second ahead. And here we go. No, CarlJr actually lost the round due to that. Oh no. Razii getting so many points out of it because Carl just went for the safe ending. I thought that Carl was for certain ahead for certain, or certainly, but he was not, so. Carl not with 10 points in this round. Exciting grand final. CarlJr not walking away with it, even though he was performing so good on map number 1. Oh, and Gwen having some network problems again. We have seen that already in the seeding and also during round number 1 where we were focusing on him. I hope that he can resolve them and it will not result into a crash of his internet. Because that was clearly on his side, because none other player has had that. And now Carl versus Lingo again, the 2 Canadians. Both going for the risky line. Both are making it across. It's so close. It's literally just a couple of thousands between them. Lingo is in the lead. Good approach here as well. Who is going to win the round? Good line from Lingo, but he will clip. And Carl is going to win. But what a good round that was. The closest round that we've had on Brutal so far. 2 times below 104. And Gwen, of course, with a DNF after his network issue there. 35 points only for Gwen. But he only needs 2 or 3 good maps. So Gwen is not the best player to have behind you. Especially after we consider his performance in the semifinal. Now Gwen with a great start. I hope he can bounce back from just 35 points. 2 DNFs already for Gwen. He's quite far ahead now. Maybe this could be a new world record even. If he gets the ending across. Very good nosedive there as well. Maximizing the speed outcome there, and that was a good landing as well. Look how much speed Gwen has. He's 0.2 ahead of his opponents, but CarlJr is pushing it. Razii as well. And Carl back into the lead. Who goes for the risk? Both of the players going for it. Gwen fails it yet again. And Carl probably cannot go for the safe ending. Has good speed to aim it. And Carl makes it 103.611. Very good time as well. Razii on second, Gwen on third at least. But it's only 1 more point than last, so 39 points for Gwen here. After map number 2. So first round happening. Gwen having severe problems by the looks of it. And I don't think that we're gonna continue with round number 2. Since the round has started, we cannot pause it. I think that's what the rules do say. So CarlJr and Razii will have a free one here. Happy to see Razii performing in the grand final as well. But okay, we skip the rounds. Alright, that is unusual and we pause it. But I mean, yeah, it's better for Gwen to not fall majorly behind. I think that was a good decision. Good decision making there. And we wait until Gwen's network problems have been resolved. Yeah, there was... I mean, Gwen having some problems with his network. His car was teleporting. So that's why we skipped the round and we paused it. And we just wait. Yeah, look, that's exactly what's the problem. That's exactly what is the problem for Gwen. Should be his internet. Interesting though. But it just happens. Like in the match beforehand, it was not occurring. Only in the seeding. And in round number 1. And it seems like if Gwen has those problems, he's not performing. No, I have a wasp in my room. This also gives me some time to get rid of the wasp in my room. 1 second, guys. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Okay, it's gone. Whew. It's gone, guys. Nice. Very nice. And the match is still paused. But I don't know to get this editor. And do you have the paid version of the game? If not, I do think you only have the basic blocks available. Ah, you bad at it. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's not that easy. I mean, it's just learning something new, right? So... Okay, so we're resuming the match. It seems to work for Gwen again. I hope so. And I hope that he's able to clear it. And just finish the rounds, at least. Because he already had 2 rounds that he did not finish. I'm not sure if the first one was the result of a network failure. Or packet loss or something like this. I hope it was not. It's Gwen, one of the best players of all time. From the single most prize money in Trackmania history back in 2023. Ascension tournament, 66,000 US dollars. One of the best players Trackmania has seen, and I still remember when we called him the wonder child of Trackmania. But now he's also 20 years old, so you know, he's also growing up, let's say it like that. There you go, CarlJr with a 1 minute, sub 1 minute time. How bigger is a 0.684 by CarlJr. Hope to see more like that. More times below that threshold. But Carl not with the best starts. He's at 89 points. Still very close for that second place. Also because Gwen is now back into the match. By the looks of it. Can still play it out for P2. But happy to see him being motivated to play the World Cup this year. Definitely a player that can make the top 4. Very hard to really pinpoint that down. There's also a bit of luck and momentum that you build up. And what a round. Wow, Lingo winning ahead of Gwen. Carl only 800s away, and Razii has failed the risky, but still is able to finish due to quick reaction. But that was indeed a good round. But Gwen still on last, but only 15 points away from Lingo, and CarlJr 47 points away of reaching finals modes. Oh, a mistake has happened. It was Gwen who really went for it. It is now 2 seconds behind. Carl with a great nose at Lingo, failing it. And now Razii able to overtake, even though he did not get the best line around that corner either. Carl with a nose slide and still on first position. So now it is Lingo again, back to second, and also chasing down his fellow countryman, CarlJr. Who's only quarter of a second ahead, but has more speed around that sector. And Carl barely gets the ending across and wins the round, even though he had a no slide. Quick reaction saved him there. He's 31 points ahead of Lingo. He currently stands in second place. Oh, Gwen gets away with this one as well. What a start from Gwen. Low jumps there as well. But such a better line from Carl through that sector, just traveling less distance. Very interesting to see the low jump not really paying off there. And now it is Gwen with a no slide, dropping all the way to last. And Carl could win yet another round. This is just a masterclass. He had a few weak rounds in this grand final all along, but my guy is just unstoppable. And he wins it yet again. Oh, good line there from Lingo. Very, very important to just clear that section nicely and not slow down too much. Could lose the gear there. Or just hit something or lose control. Can happen very quickly. Oh, and what a great, great sector from Lingo here as well. Having so much speed but cannot control the nose side over the plastic. Very wide approach there as well, and Carl just having so much speed here again. He's 0.2 ahead. And he just wins another round just like that, without any problem. CarlJr with an absolute masterclass here. Good round though, only 0.6 between first and last. And 123 points for Carl, and he... Well, I mean, he will reach finals first. Even if he has a bad next map. Next map, maybe the last one for CarlJr. If he closes it out here. Lunatic. or Lunatic. It's also a very known series back then in Trackmania Nations. If you guys remember it. It's hard maps. Still remember when I was in NSC. With Dimitri, Sativa, Alien, all of those players. Plasterix was also in there. Some fine names. So I had to think about that one here. From my buddies from back in the days. Like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Wow, a long time ago. And Gwen, 61 points. Oh, Lingo touching. And it is Gwen versus CarlJr, but Gwen only with 61 points. Half the points from CarlJr. I mean, he should just stay ahead of Razii and Lingo in this round at least. And he does so. 59.2 is also a very good time. Only 0.3 away from the world records. Nice time. And hello, Sasho. Welcome. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. As we see another CarlJr masterclass here. Happy to witness them every now and then. More frequent when the World Cup is approaching. And it just looks so easy for him. So he will deny some World Tour points to the others. Of course, also the cash prize of 600 euro. Which is not too bad, to be honest. Oh, Lingo now winning a round. And Carl will get the face slap. 139 points. And he's not finalist just yet, but the others are miles away. Lingo claiming second place though. And look at the gap. It's 40. It's 43 points. 43 points. But the battle for second is still on. I mean, second place is also worth quite a bit. There's also 600 euro, 600 World Tour points and 300 euro. So that's not too bad either. Let's see who wins the round. Gwen ahead, the glass cannon of this grand final. Hit or miss, I mean, he had problems with his network by the looks of it. And now he wants to win around, but Razii is there to deny him. Gwen still leading, Carl with a great line. It's so close, it all goes down to the line, and Gwen makes a mistake. And CarlJr snipes Razii in the ending, but he was not finalist just yet. So he has to play one more round, but fortunately denied some points to the others. From Lingo's perspective, Lingo was the big winner of this round. And of course CarlJr, who went up into finals mode. But since he was at 139 points, he just had to finish the round anyway. But yeah, I'm also doing great. It was a nice day of Trackmania eSport today. Here we go. Gwen leading again. Carl had a great ending section beforehand. Gwen is on a great time by the looks of it. Can Carl close it out in his first finalist attempt, or will Gwen deny him? After this super reactor boost up drift, we know more. Carl with good speeds. Better line here as well. Gwen having to readjust, but Carl clipping, wanting too much, and Gwen is winning the rounds. 85 points. Carl is not through yet. And maybe, like, if you get denied once, twice, 3 times, maybe then you also feel the pressure a little bit. We have seen those things already, where players were not able to close out finalists whatsoever and then dropped like a fly in a match. Razii with a mistake. So one down. And Carl, I thought for a second that he clipped there, but nope, that was not the case. Let's see what Gwen can do. Gwen still in the lead, together with CarlJr. Gwen with a beautiful exit there, but Carl with a bit more speed. It's still neck and neck between them. Just a couple of thousands into the ending. Is Carl now able to close it out in his second finals attempt? Oh, it's still all decided in this drift. Gwen with a wider approach, having more speed. Good line through that corner, and it's all in the last parts. Carl with a good landing there. Gwen with more speed. It's so close. And it's Carl who wins the monthly cup of September and goes home with 600 euro and of course the 1000 World Tour points, which, I mean, does not matter at all for him, at least, denying some points to the others. So that is good for the top players, because Lingo could have potentially overtaken one of the other players. But still, CarlJr. setting a statement that he is back. GG's. It looked too easy for him. He's so far ahead of everybody else. And we still play it out for second and third position. Still 600, 400 and 250 World Tour points on the line. And 300 and 100 euro for second and third position. And Adversary is the next map. Let's see what Gwen can do. Razii dropped quite far behind. He had a very good start into this match. Was second, quite long. Then Lingo just got so many first and second places out of it. Maybe, I have the feeling that we're gonna have a three-way final situation in the end. If Lingo... Yeah, I mean, if Lingo does not... If Lingo performs like this, then not. But if maybe the next map comes and Razii performs well on it... Yeah, this could be the case. So Lingo winning the rounds. Map that he has the world record on, 102.535. Just 0.1 away from the world record, so great time from Lingo. 115 points for him. So Razii finally making it to a grand final is great. Not the best start for the Croatian. The playoffs are already in 2 weeks. I still have not seen those maps though. Maybe I will be live tomorrow, that we can take a look onto them. Oh, Gwen, bonk into the wall. It seems to be a Lingo show. I mean, Gwen already achieved his goal of making it into the grand final, so he with that qualified to the World Tour playoffs. Of course, he could get some money in this match. But I think it does not really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. But a great performance from CarlJr. That is for sure. Happy to see that. Very, very happy to see one of the greatest, if not even the greatest, Trackmania player of all time showing up in a competition and redeeming himself once again. Now Gwen is leading. Finally, he can bring himself on the board and accumulate some more points. That's looking good. Went 3 ahead. Lingo had a very good ending, and Gwen, well, is out. So Gwen not getting 10 points in this round. This is a disastrous final for Gwen. Only 4 points for him. Lingo up to 135 points. Just needs a second place. And then he's finalist. The no slide is not that easy at the start. Because there's a gear. And it's very, very precise. You have to react so fast to it. So I understand why you not do it, but of course you lose time in the during that process of not doing the no slides. Oh, very clean line there from Razii. Very good steer movement to the right. And how does Lingo keep so much speed through that 360? What the hell was that? Like, he just gained 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 towards Razii. Wow. Absolutely incredible. And a 102.925 brings Lingo over the 140 point threshold, and he is finalist. In this last round here on Adversary. Look how much time you lose if you do not make the no slide. Let's see actually, Lingo. How many points does he have? He will get so many points out of this event. I think he will get second place. And then he's up to 1,550 points, overtaking Coco, Jan, Hollow, and Muda. So he would be then on P number 14. That's pretty good for Lingo. Very nice. But he is not closing it out just yet. And of course, maybe this is his strongest map. Maybe on the next map it will look a bit different. There's Gwen winning the rounds. Good time as well. 102.798. And Razii at 121 points. It's still very close between Razii and Gwen. And Lingo is still on finalist. Here we go. Overflow as the next map. And Lingo is still in finalist, so good luck. The race is starting. Gwen with a great start, and I mean, this is a map that could suit Gwen really well, but he has had this round where he really struggled with, where he did not finish. He failed a couple of turns here and there and did not make it across. And well, here you go. Lingo on his way to win That's how quickly it can happen, but there's still the ending to be cleared. But that's what I mean. Gwen just making too many small mistakes that compound to an even bigger time loss. And Lingo gets second place, wins €300 and moves up to P number 14 in the World Tour ranking, overtaking Coco, Jan Holo and Muda. So I think that would be a 13th seed for Lingo, which is really good. So now it's a 1v1 between Gwen and Razii. I think it's safe to say, unless we see so many DNFs and all of that, this is the last map. 4 more rounds. And both of them had a kind of weird match. Razii had a really good start, was on second place for quite some time. And then Gwen, of course, with his network problems, was also not having the best time. So both of them kind of probably not happy with their performance, but of course it's still for the seeding. Razii in 23rd position right now. Gwen, of course, was just outside the top 35 on 36th position, but with that performance safely makes it in and also wins that round. But he still gets 400 or 250 points. So if Gwen gets 400 points here, he jumps up to 24th position, ahead of Granadi. If Razii gets 400 points, he jumps up to 17th place, I think, from 23rd, so still good for him. Of course, it's hard to really estimate that because Lingo got some points now as well. I have to deduct him from that formula and all this. But Gwen could be the big winner going into the World Tour playoffs. Both with pretty bad speeds here through that corner, throughout this section. And I think Gwen is not able to finish this run, actually. He's 13 seconds behind. And Razii denies him. So Razii now on finalist and Gwen not able to finish. Oh no. So Razii in finalist has one shot alone. But will this be enough against Gwen? Guys, go ahead and predict. There's a quick prediction happening in chat. Who gets third? Very, very quick one. Gwen or Razii? Let's see if someone even participates that short notice. But Razii is 5 seconds behind, so... Let's see. There's one more round by the looks of it, because Gwen... Surely not throwing this one away, right? Surely. Nope, he's not. 59 second time as well. And Razii showing us how he can miss the ending. And this is the last round. This is it. The last round of the September Monthly Cup. The last round where points are getting distributed. World Tour points getting distributed to the players. Gwen or Razii, who will get 400 points and also €100 for that third position, of course. Looking like Gwen is quite far ahead. Razii with a great line as well, having a lot of speed. Coming a bit closer with that towards Gwen. Good entry from both players though. But Razii losing the gear by the looks of it. But that was a great nose slide from Razii, coming back into the lead, claiming that first position temporarily. But this comes all down to the ending. To the super reactor boost up. down, which then gets depleted or like gets cancelled with a reset block that he can jump out of the water. Gwen gets away with it, but not too much speed, and it is Razii who wins the round because Gwen clipped there just beforehand. So Razii gets 3rd position, at least. Gwen on 4th, but still qualifies among the top 35. Whew.